I can do this. I just need to do this. I don't know exactly when it all started. Oh my God, I'm already lying. I know exactly when it started. It was last October. You see, I live in Arizona. It was October. It was 100 degrees outside. Everywhere else, the leaves are changing and the air is getting nippy. It's sweater weather. And I can't even mail order lipstick because it's gonna melt in the mailbox. I just needed something. Just a little something to put me in the autumn mood. I tried the whole pumpkin thing. Burn the pumpkin candles, drink the pumpkin lattes. I even baked a little pumpkin bread. It didn't work. I put a dish of candy corn on the coffee table. Nope. So then I'm home alone for a few days. Hubby goes on a fishing trip, and I never get the TV to myself. So I'm flipping through the guide, looking for a documentary or a true crime show to watch. And then I see it. Hallmark Channel's Fall Harvest. My palms got sweaty. I got tingly all over. I remember my heart started beating faster. And that was it. That was the day I became hooked on Hallmark Channel movies. I tried to hide it for a long time. I kept recording all the usual shows I was watching back then. Light, fluffy stuff like 48 Hours and Dateline, and Snapped, and Wives with Knives, I Married a Murderer. But see, I'd record those shows, but then a few days later, I'd just delete them and pretend that I'd watched them. In reality, I was sneaking off with my tablet to watch Hallmark movies. On demand. I swear it wasn't bad at first. I was only watching 1 or 2 a week. But then, Christmas came. Do you have any idea how many Hallmark movies there are at Christmas time? A lot. I had to start recording them. At first, it was no big deal. My husband said, "Hey honey, you know you recorded 7 Hallmark movies yesterday?" And I was like, what? Maybe Sushi's playing with the remote again. Sushi's one of our pet parrots. I know, that's bad. That's bad. What else was I supposed to say? We don't have any kids I could have blamed it on. When New Year's came, I made a resolution. I was cutting back. And I did. By the end of January, I was only watching 1 or 2, maybe 3 a week. But then Valentine's Day. Those people at Hallmark know exactly what they're doing. You know what? They don't even put a commercial between movies. Yeah, when one movie ends, they run the credits in a little box on the screen when the next movie starts. You think you're sitting down to watch Autumn in the Vineyard. 6 hours later, you've watched Autumn in the Vineyard, Summer in the Vineyard, Valentine in the Vineyard, and you don't even know what's going on. That's some sneaky stuff, Hallmark. Sneaky. By the time I had 43 Hallmark movies recorded on the DVR, there was no hiding it from my husband anymore. I should have sat him down, I should have just confessed my addiction and asked him for help. But that's not what I did. Oh no. I dragged him right into my addiction with me. I targeted him. I targeted him with Hallmark movies I thought he'd be interested in. First, it was Pearl in Paradise. Filmed in Fiji. We honeymooned in Fiji. Bingo! Next, Love at Sea. It takes place on a cruise ship. We got married on a cruise ship. Nailed it! After that, it was like shooting fish in a Hallmark movie barrel. Appetite for Love. Taste of Romance, Love on the Menu. Hello, we both like food. Not only did he not give me any help from my addiction, we were in it together. Pretty soon, he's picking out Hallmark movies off the DVR for us to watch. I hear him go, "Hey honey, let's watch Christmas at Graceland. You know, when I was a kid, I used to visit my mama every summer in Memphis. My brother and I used to see Elvis drive by in his Cadillac. Hey, isn't Kelly Pickler that girl from American Idol?" I had no idea my husband knows who Kelly Pickler is. He was not any help. So, by the beginning of the summer, when I had 71 Hallmark movies on the DVR, I knew I needed help. I knew I needed to take drastic measures. So I called my mom. My mom is nothing like me. She's very level-headed and super sensible. If anyone was going to help me put some limits on this and get it under control, it was going to be my mom. So I gathered up the courage and I called her in California. And I spilled it. I told her everything. I told her exactly what had been going on. And at one point, I came clean. And I told her I'd been up until 3 a.m. watching All of My Heart in Love, and All of My Heart the Wedding. And do you know what she said to me? "Well, if you like Lacey Chabert and Brennan Elliott together, you need to check out their crossword puzzle mystery movie." And I was like, "What?" "Oh yeah, and they're filming 3 more that are going to air in October. I'll let you know so you can set your DVR." Okay, so my mom and I had always given each other recommendations for movies and TV shows. I mean, she turned us on to Downton Abbey and we hooked her up with Sons of Anarchy. But I had no idea my mother was a Hallmarkie. "Mom, you're supposed to be helping me, not encouraging this. You freaked out when I moved 350 miles away. What are you going to do when I move to Vermont? Or Montana? Or a vineyard? Or somewhere Amish people live? Because if this keeps going like it's going, that's exactly what's going to happen." And do you know what my mother said to me? "You know, towns like you see in Hallmark movies don't really exist." And I'm like, "Yes, they do, Mom. And they have harvest festivals and chili cook-offs and tons of pet adoptions and award-winning bakeries and princes and princesses from little-known European countries living incognito in them, looking for the love of their life. And when they find them, they invite everybody in the entire town to their wedding, and everyone lives happily ever after." And do you know what that woman said to me? "Don't you know Hallmark films almost all their movies up in Canada?" What? What are you saying to me? "Oh yeah, mostly British Columbia." Small Town Christmas? Canada. Christmas at Angel Falls? Canada. Christmas Festival of Ice? Canada. Northern Lights of Christmas? Crap! Okay, so we're not moving. Needless to say, Mom was not the help I thought she was going to be. And that's fine. I guess I'm just not going to stop. And if I'm not going to stop, I'm going all in. That's right. You see this? This is my spreadsheet. 231 Hallmark movies I have either seen or have on the DVR waiting to be seen. This baby goes everywhere with me. I go on vacation. Most hotels these days have the Hallmark Channel. There's quite a few movies to keep track of. And Hallmark likes to use a lot of the same actors and actresses in their movies, and sometimes the plots can be similar. But that's okay. They have a successful formula that works just fine for them and for their fans. There are Hallmark movies that I've already seen that I want to see again, but not until I've seen them all. I just don't know how many there are. Does somebody have a list? A whole list? Can Hallmark send me their list? In conclusion, I've decided there's a lot worse things I could be obsessed with. You know, some people need a couple bottles of wine after a long, hard week. I just need a Hallmark double feature. Some people even mix their wine with their Hallmark movies. Right, Mom? Do I use Hallmark movies as an escape from real life? You betcha. You know, real life can be real tough sometimes. What's wrong with escaping to an idyllic little town where happy people do happy things and the only conflict that goes on lasts 5 to 8 minutes and completely gets resolved and everyone gets a happy ending? If you ask me, life should be more like a Hallmark movie. What do you think? Do you like them? Do you love them? You certainly can't hate them because they sure aren't hurting anybody. What's your favorite Hallmark movie? And more importantly, which one should I watch tonight? Thanks so much for hearing me out and letting me get this off my chest. I'm moving forward from now on 100% guilt-free. See you next time. You want to watch Love on Safari or Flip That Romance?
Hey, honey.
Yeah?
You know I can't watch Deadliest Catch when there's a Hallmark movie recording.
Be right there.